Another year down for Fire Emblem heroes, and to celebrate the 6th anniversary, we have our annual Feh Channel. Not too many new things, but there is a nice new surprise for summoning being added. For CWL 7 and the Valentines Banner, both of these actually got leaked, and those leaks were spot on. Let's talk about it more. I believe the Choose Your Legend 7 winners got leaked via the website itself. I want to say this happened before in the past year. Anyway, the new Brave heroes for this year will be Soren and Male Robin for the boys. Maybe not the last surprise of the year for Soren. On the lady side, we have female Corin and Gullveig. Look, I don't have to say why she won, we all know why. What is going to be funny is how they make her a brave hero before her own book is over. Even Veronica had to wait till after year 1. What do you guys think what they do for each brave ult? Imagine if they made Corin another dragon and then she still got the training boost despite introducing a new BST gen. That'd be kinda nuts. Are we finally going to see the 11 sword Robin, or are they going to spin him into another Grima ult? Soren, I assume, would be a mage, but maybe they could get a certain summon sword and outfit for him. That would be amazing. Now, unfortunately, if your favorite did not win this year, it's going to be a tough fight next year because Engage's cast will be available. I wouldn't be surprised if Valir put out a win. I did like him enough as a main protagonist. Moving on, we have a ton of 6th anniversary quests and login bonuses. There are quests for Aether Raids and Tempest Trials, plus the daily super easy special maps, and altogether, this is the total amount of stuff to earn. 40 orbs is quite nice, most of it comes from the new daily maps. There is an Ascended Floret and a Celestial Stone, plus 15 first summon tickets for the Hero Fest. 2600 Divine Codes Part 3 is also quite a lot. There is a bunch of other goodies as well. Next, we have returning Grand Hero Battles. You can earn another 5-star copy for doing some quests, and each map rotates out daily for 2 weeks, so be sure to do them every day. Everything is already starting right now. For the 6th Anniversary Hero Fest, we have Ascended Merida, Ascended Idun, Legendary Atri, and Harmonic Winter, Lysithea, and Lute. Very random group, but all pretty good units. Merida obviously has Vital Astra, Idun has Near Save and is a beast in her own right. Atri has Attack of Solo 4, Attack of Rain. Lysithea has Sorcerer 3, a Far Trace, and Colorless Feud. If you aren't going to summon, we still get 15 tickets, so good luck. Another thing to prey on is the Special Heroes Summon for Year 6. Like usual, this is a one-time random summon of any of the seasonals in the past year, minus the recent Kadean banner. Correct me if I'm wrong, but red has 5 4-star focus units, blue has 2 4-stars, but one of those is Summer Cloud, green has 2 4-stars, and colorless has 5 4-stars. I think that's right, and if it is, then blue or green gives you a decent shot at a 5-star hero. Generally, a 5-star means better fodder skills if you don't like the unit, but of course this isn't taking into account how strong each color actually is. Like red has been crazy all year. Duo Chrom, Harmonic Edelgard, Duo Duma, and even Ninja Camilla is scary. I would probably go for blue myself because another shot at a Free Flame Lint or Halloween Female Corin is just insane. As mentioned before, we have daily anniversary maps to complete, super easy, and this gives 26 of the 40 orbs available. Last major part of the anniversary is A Hero Rises, and it's back. The Engage Cup was a fun and honestly really good event, but we're back to the usual format with all units available to vote for. Voting starts today and lasts for 1 week. Like past years, the top 8 winners enter a voting gauntlet at the end of the month. The winner of the voting gauntlet is given to everyone for free starting in March. The top 4 in the voting gauntlet will also appear in their own summoning banner. This begins in the middle of March if you want to prepare, and unlike last year, there are actually 4 sparks available, just like CYL. Broadly speaking, many people think this year has a strong chance for a full or mostly red banner. Duo Chrom and Harmonic Edelgard lead the discussion for non-surprise winners, but there's also Legendary Veronica, Emblem, and Rearmed Heroes entering the fray also shakes things up. Rearmed Elise and Ophelia are both red as well. The Engage Cup was nice since everyone got to pick any of the 12 winners, but we're back to a winner-take-all for the freebie. Moving on to the Valentines Banner. This leak was a bit more suspicious. The regular data miners for Feh did not find anything about the lineup, but apparently an unnamed person got access to files that maybe got shipped early with the Mythic Banner stuff. Something like that. Basically, they got the full lineup correct, so we'll see if anything else comes from this new hole in the boat. First up, Valentine's Takumi. He is back and is a blue infantry mage. We did not get to see Takumi's stats or skills, so we just have to wait a little more on that. He almost certainly has a unique tome though. He gets a ton of attack and speed and uses Luna, so probably a faster mage in general. The enemy also has -10 attack and speed, so Takumi might be able to take some hits as well. Considering he heals 7 HP on the Luna proc, I assume he has a finish for A skill, which would make him an infantry unit. Next up is Valentine's Leo, who is a Greenbow Cavalier with a continuing popular stat spread of high attack and res, awkward speed, and just no defense at all. I believe his weapon isn't boosting stats, which would put him at 45 attack and 45 base res. No bow cav exceeds 30 base res or 40 base attack, so Leo definitely will be unique. He has his own bow and comes with the attack and res version of Remote Sparrow and attack and defense far trace. Unless the enemy flyer is really slow, Leo does double them, so maybe a built-in follow-up attack or some kind of brave effect. Hana is our next unit and appears to be the demote for the banner. She's an armored sword unit and possibly the only armor unit this year. Maybe we're finally moving away from armored Valentines. Hana has armored stride and special fighter, which is pretty nuts for a demote. She has super high speed, pretty high attack and defense, and okay res. Her HP is quite low for an armor unit though. Her Pedofall Blade Plus grants +5 attack and speed, so another speed boosting sword option. The Arcane Sword from Leaf does not affect speed outside its star fine. The star of the banner is duo Elise and Sakura. Very unsurprising dual pairing. Duo Elise is a cavalry healer with extremely high speed and pretty good attack. Everything else takes a hit though. Elise is very clearly meant to be an offensive healer and is bringing some new tools for that role. She has attack and speed catch 4, even recovery, and return plus. Elise then has Wrathful Staff 4, which has to do something really impressive if they want to turn healers into actual damage threats. I'm not sure what her staff does, but I assume it at least grants more attack and speed and dazzling staff. What we did get to see though is that Elise has a new special called Holy Pressure, and as you can see from this image, it looks like a damage special for healers. 14 damage from a 2 cooldown special ain't too shabby, and in general this could be a potential game changer if it is inheritable. A, healers finally get to use their special activation quotes, which have gone unused for 6 years. B, Intelligent Systems seems to have recognized healers to have not been doing well, nor have been enticing, especially the non-5-star options. I personally don't think healers have to be shifted into a damage role, but anything to shake things up is better than nothing. Healers in Engage felt really good, mostly due to staves being quite strong, but the martial monks having Chain Guard and the main healer classes being able to punch foes to inflict a break gave them a lot of utility. Imagine Chain Guard in Feh, or something similar to the Abstract Staff creating terrain obstacles. Personally, I would like more support tools for healers. While Holy Pressure and Wrathful Staff 4 is clearly meant for damage, this gives me some hope healers will get more attention in year 7. That being said, this will not stop me from hoping that Fram gets into Feh with Brawling instead of a staff. This Valentine's Banner will release in a couple days, so hold tight. I would be more inclined to summon if I could slap Holy Pressure on Motor if he was in the game, but depending on how it works, maybe I'll finally merge Valentine's Lista too. I'm definitely not summoning though until I see that second February banner. If you want to join me in waiting, then there is a Tempest Trials to celebrate with. Reminder, there are some anniversary quests tied to the Tempest Trials. The Tempest Trials unit is going to be Valentine's Feh, who I did not recognize at first because she ain't an army unit. Feh is an ex-infantry unit with what looks like 46 base attack and 43 speed. That is very crazy to look at, although we have other offensive Gen 7 options like Female Shez or Hans. For skills, Feh has attack and speed push 3, which is whatever. She has Smite and Infantry Flash 3, which is Flashing Blade for nearby infantry allies. Her Pedofall Vase Plus looks like it will match Hana's sword, at the very least it's +5 attack and speed. Feh has lots of competition, especially with Hans getting his unique axe, but her artwork is amazing and her stats are decent, so she can definitely find a use. Let's move on to Update 7.2 upcoming features. First off, Hero Merit Cap is increased to 9k. I wonder what will happen next year. In the Aether Resort, you can purchase more Pixel Sprite accessories, lots of new options including another 5,000 point flex to get a Veronica and Sharena sprite. Most of the additions are missing Feh protagonists, and even a Lear is now included. We have some arena changes. The bonus legendary hero will now grant you the maximum amount of arena score that your team can get at all times. No more fishing for high scores, but that assumes you have the bonus legendary. The bonus legendary will also grant a similar perk from Aether Raids. If you lose one unit in the fight, you can still score the maximum amount of points. This one life insurance applies to every match from my understanding. Last arena update is that there are 5 new maps. I see quite a lot of trenches and more terrain flyers can just ignore. Regarding summoning changes, this is another demotion of 5-star heroes. Everyone up to CYO 4 will no longer pity break you. They all enter the 4-star special raid group, which I like to call the demoted 5-stars. Definitely doesn't hurt to get any of the CYO 4 winners though. Their refines were all quite solid. In addition, more older seasonal units also entered their 4-star special hero special raid group. Reminder, this is only relevant if you summon on super old seasonal banner reruns. You won't be getting a random duo Hector from the new Valentines Banner. We gotta look at the remixed skills for Mythic Thrasier and Peony. Killing Intent Plus does these same things as before, but now also inflicts exposure on foes within 5 spaces of Thrasier each turn. It also spreads around the target hit. Exposure grants plus 10 damage on hit, so it's very strong with brave weapons, and just in general, it's extra free damage. It will also activate the second part of Killing Intent if the foe does not cleanse that debuff. For her new skill, Thrasier is going to be getting Attack and Speed Ideal 4. For Peony's Gentle Dream Dance, it now ups the field buff to +4 on all stats. Along with the warping status, Peony will now neutralize all penalties as well, so she can AoE cleanse your team if you position well. Peony's new skill is Cross Spur Res, which technically isn't a higher buff than Fortify Res 4, but it is in combat buff that stacks with Gentle Dream and whatever other res field buffs your team has. Keep in mind, Peony's weapon is basically Cross Spur attack and speed, so I assume those numbers would just go up with the refine. There is going to be a change for how remix banners occur. Basically, each remixed hero gets their own banner, so instead of sharing one banner, we now have 2 ongoing at the same time. This is definitely to address the problem that continues to bloom over legendary and mythic banners. There are not enough banner spots to rerun everyone in a decent time frame. With more spots, that should mean more appearances for older units, and you can spark both banners as well. These usually feature high tier heroes, so you could possibly see rearmed heroes coming here as well. The biggest change in this anniversary update is the addition of focus charges for summoning. Essentially, focus charges are a sort of pity system to deal with pity breakers, if that makes sense. If you summon 3 pity breakers, aka non-focus 5 stars, then the next 5-star hero you summon is guaranteed to be from the banner. Now, there are some important details listed in the in-game notifications you should know about. First off, you cannot use this feature on seasonal banners or the Hero Fest without the Feh Pass. However, similar to the 40 Summon Spark, it will count focus charges you build up, and if you purchase the Feh Pass afterwards, then you'll benefit from that feature immediately. That's a good thing. Regarding focus charges resetting, the biggest thing is that they never reset until you get 3 pity breakers and then summon a 5-star focus hero. For example, you can summon the first pity breaker, then a second pity breaker. If your 3rd, 4th, 5th, etc. 5-star hero ends up being one of the banner focused heroes, then you actually still keep your 2 focus charges. Basically, focus charges always persist until you use them. This is a great mechanic. Other thing to know, sparking will not reset the focus charges. If you fill the 3rd focus charge, then summon a 5-star focus in the same session, you still keep the focus charges going into your next summoning session. Similarly, if the focus charge is ready, every single orb in the next summon session, if it's a 5-star hero, is guaranteed to be a banner focused unit. For those unfamiliar with how summoning sessions work in Feh, all the rates apply to the whole 5 orb session at the very start. I suspect the same is happening with the focus charge mechanic. Other rules: focus charges are for each individual banner and they do not carry over if the banner has a rerun later on. Also, even if you have the Feh Pass, this feature does not kick in until the update on February 6th. That means the Anniversary Hero Fest will not have focus charges, unfortunately. Overall, this is a purely good thing, and it's a bit more relevant than, say, the 4-star special rate for old seasonal unit banners. If you're summoning a lot on one banner, every time you get 3 pity breakers, no matter in what order, the next unit is at least always from the banner. Now, keep in mind, you actually still need to be getting a 5-star hero, so it's not like there's going to be free focus units all day. You don't actually want to get all pity breakers, but if you're really unlucky, then this helps for sure. Overall, pretty expected of the Anniversary Celebration. Focus charges are nice for those summoning a ton, or if you're just super unlucky. It's a good feature, so no complaints. We need to see more of the Valentines Banner weapons, but the healer additions give me a shred of hope. Healers in general get some love this year. As for COL 7, time to start planning, and good luck if you're trying to get engaged characters, because I'm fairly sure they'll start spamming those throughout the year as well. Go and get all the anniversary rewards, and we'll be back soon to talk about the update when it comes out in a couple more days. I'll be trying to post some Fire Emblem Engage videos in the meantime if that interests you. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.